Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at all the Warhammer products available to pre-order this coming Saturday. It wasn't that long ago that we saw the new starter sets revealed for the first time for Warhammer 40,000. Well, now they're going to be available to pre-order pretty soon, so we'll have a look at those and some other products for Warhammer 40,000. Let's start with this little book though. This is really interesting. I don't think we've seen this previewed yet. I think this might be the first time it's been revealed. This is going to be a 64-page book, and all it's going to have in there are the core rules and nothing else. It tells us in the article that just went up it's going to be a touch smaller than A5 format, and it's going to also have a black ribbon page marker. I do like the idea of these smaller books. This is a really good move in the right direction, but I think they missed a trick here by not going along the lines of something like the General's Handbook for Age of Sigmar with that ring binder, because that makes a huge difference when you're at the table. But at least it's a little bit smaller and it's a nice option. But don't forget, all these rules are also available to download for free anyway as a PDF. It'll be interesting to see how much this is going to cost, and if you are interested, I'll be getting the UK and EU prices confirmed tomorrow morning, and I'll be making a video then. So tune in then, and you can see the prices for everything we see in today's video. Now we're on to the starter sets then, and this first one is called an introductory set. It really is just that. This is 100% designed for people who probably never even played the game. It's got clippers in there to get everything off the sprue. They're push fit, you don't have to glue them. It's got paints to get them painted up, albeit a pretty simple standard, but that's alright, that's enough to get started. It's got the brush as well, you've got the measuring stick, you've got some dice, you've got the board, and you've got the handbook, which is going to give you the basic rules. That handbook is 48 pages. It's going to have tutorials and basic missions to play using everything that's included in there. So they're very much the basics. So if you're looking for a little bit more, maybe you play already and just want to get stuck in with some of the new models and rules, then the starter set might be a better option for you. It's going to give you a few extra models now. You're going to get the same models that were included in the introductory set. So you're going to get the 10 Termagants and you're going to get those 5 Infernus Marines. But on top of that, you'll get the Space Marine Captain in Terminator armour and 5 Terminators. And then for the Tyranids, you'll get an additional Winged Tyranid Prime, Psychophage, 3 Von Ryan's Leapers and 10 more Termagants and a Ripper Swarm on top of that too. So you're going to get loads of models, and this really could be a good way to go if you want to get started and didn't pick up the Leviathan Boxer. This one's going to come with simplified data sheets and now a 64-page starter set handbook which features rules, tutorials and training missions to get started. You're also going to get the Marine transfers as well, a playing mat, dice and the range ruler. It tells us in the article that if you buy the Librarian and Terminator armour for the Space Marines or a unit of Barb Gaunts for the Tyranids, you're going to have everything you need to play a combat patrol game as well. So there's not quite enough in this starter set for that. You just have to buy those extra models. But if you are looking for 2 complete combat patrols, you might like the next one, which is the Ultimate Starter Set. This one is going to give you the handbook as well as the full core rules booklet. So that's really nice, very handy to have. It's got all the core rules for the new edition, rules for combat patrol as well, and includes 6 missions. You're going to get dice, tokens, a range ruler, the Space Marine transfer sheet too. This set also gives you that Librarian and the Barb Gaunts as well, so you will have the 2 full combat patrols in this box set, which is awesome, and you're going to get some terrain as well. It's a bit boring, the STC Hab Bunker with the 8 stockades. It does look very basic, and although these starter sets don't have a huge amount of terrain, it is quite dull, but you can come up with a few scenarios. You could imagine the Space Marines holding off these Tyranids as they attack them. But yeah, I'd like to have had a little bit more variety, something a bit more exciting in there for the terrain. But very nice that they include the 2 combat patrols in this, because that's really good. You could try out both armies, then play some games, take 1 combat patrol out to your club and have a go, see if you like the play style, then grow your army from there. So it's not a bad idea, and I think it's really nice that they've included that. And wouldn't you know, the Librarian and Terminator armour is going to be available to buy separately now, so you'll be able to add that to the starter set if you get the middle one, so you can now make that up to a combat patrol. And also, you can get the Barb Gaunt separately as well. So now I guess we're going to start seeing all the individual units gradually being released from the Leviathan Boxer. But that Leviathan Boxer is still widely available. You can get it at the Little Shop DVD and Games in Liscar Cornwall, my friendly local game store. They've got a bunch left, and it's really good value. You get a lovely book in it, and the cards, a load of models. So if you are looking at starting out, it wouldn't be a bad idea to really have a look at Leviathan and compare it with these starter sets and see which one you prefer. Next up are the paint sets, and the first one is the Infernus Marines with paints. This is going to give you 3 of the push fit models. You're going to get a brush and you're going to get 6 pots of paint. Then there's the Termagants. You get 3 of those with 1 Ripper Swarm, 6 pots of paint and a brush as well. And finally the paint and tool sets. This one is going to give you altogether 13 paints. You're going to get the clippers, the scraping tool and a starter brush. Hopefully all 3 of these sets are going to be priced nicely so you can make some savings. If you're starting out, the paints can often be quite an expensive part of the hobby to get going with. But once you've got them, they do last quite a while, especially contrast paints. But these aren't contrast paints. There's some other sets that are available now if you want to take a look at those. You can make some good savings there too. Let's move away from Warhammer 40,000 now and have a look at Horus Heresy. This is Sons of Horus Decurion Lanius, and this looks like it's going to be a resin miniature available from Forge World. So this price won't be confirmed tomorrow. It'll be on Saturday when it goes live on the Forge World website. And then here's my favourite model from this week's preview. And I think out of Blood Bowl for a long time, this is probably my favourite model too. I think this one looks fantastic. This is a Ripper Bolgrot. I think he would certainly fit in the Blood Bowl team, but also just in regular Age of Sigmar with the Troggoths. I think he's got a ton of character. Those glasses are awesome, and I just think this is fantastic. It's another resin model available from Forge World. Price will be confirmed for this one on Saturday too. Now we're on to the Black Library with the Character Day 2023 eShort subscription. This starts on Monday 10th of July, so that's tomorrow, runs until the 14th of July. There's going to be 5 of them. You can get them individually or as part of a subscription. Then we're going to see the Leviathan by Darius Hinks available in the French edition as a paperback and ebook version. And the German version is also going to be available as a paperback and an ebook too. Then let's have a look at White Dwarf. This is issue 490. This one's come around really quick. This month's gone so fast. And this one's going to give us a lot of Warhammer 40,000 by the look of it. There's going to be a Warhammer 40,000 battle report for this new edition with some designer's notes and more as well. So looking forward to seeing that. That's always really helpful to see the battle reports. They do a great job of those, detailing them in the White Dwarf magazine. So look out for that coming soon. And once that's through the door, I'll get reviewing it here on the channel too. Then on Wednesday, the 12th of July, we've got Warhammer Plus. There's an issue of White Dwarf going in to the vault. And then a battle report for Age of Sigmar. This is going to be part of the Great Stomp campaign. And you're going to be able to watch the Stormcast Eternals going up against the Iron Jaws. That's it for this week's pre-orders. So these will all be available to pre-order this coming Saturday. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Will you be picking up anything this week? And what's your favourite from everything you've seen? If 40k is not your thing, you might want to check out my General's Handbook overview video. I'll link to it at the end of this one, and also my Horus Heresy video. And if you want to take a look at my first Tabletop Skirmish Games tournament that I ran last week, there's a little sneak peek of that on the channel too. A massive thank you to my sponsors who helped made that possible, and also everyone who supported the channel this month. I'll put some links below and it would be awesome if you'd like to check them out. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.